Why Jujutsu Kaisen's ending feels rushed. After the culling game, Jujutsu Kaisen's story started feeling very rushed. I thought we'd see more of these events through flashbacks, and while we did get some, it wasn't fully explored. That's when the manga's creator, Gege Akutami, announced that Jujutsu Kaisen would be ending in the next 5 chapters. But why so soon? What about all those unanswered questions? Will Megumi find out that Toji is his father? And most importantly, will we get to see Sukuna's past? I know that some of these things can be covered in a couple of chapters, but there are still some elements that won't be addressed in just 5 chapters. And there's only one reason for this: Jujutsu Kaisen's rushed ending. We are going to talk about why Jujutsu Kaisen's ending feels so rushed. First of all, this isn't just happening with Jujutsu Kaisen. Demon Slayer, Dr. Stone, and My Hero Academia also had similar rushed endings. And now Jujutsu Kaisen and Black Clover seem to be heading down the same path. If you pay attention, you'll notice that all these series are shonen manga, published by Shonen Jump, and that's where the real problem lies. You'll understand more in just a moment. But before that, what do you think a manga author does? Do they simply pick up their drawing tablet and draw whatever comes to mind for the story? Well, that's partly true, as the author does make most decisions about the direction of the story, character designs, and many other elements. There's another important factor: the publisher and editor. They influence the story according to their own guidelines. The biggest example of this is Akira Toriyama and his former editor during the Cell Saga and Dragon Ball Z. Toriyama kept changing villains throughout the arc due to editorial pressure. Toriyama once said, "There was a time when artificial humans 19 and 20 appeared, and you called me and said, 'Finally, the villains are here.' But you didn't like that they were just an old man and a fat guy. Honestly, I had no plans for anyone else, but to help, I created 17 and 18. Then you called again and asked for something else, so I created Cell." Now you can see that a manga author doesn't make all the decisions in their manga. Editors at the magazine change things as they see fit, just like what happened with Toriyama during Dragon Ball Z. And honestly, it makes sense because in the end, this is a business. That's why publishing companies influence manga to ensure they deliver guaranteed quality to their audience, which, at the end of the day, generates revenue. And that's what matters because everyone needs to make money. Previously, most publishing companies used this business model for long-running series. But now their thinking has changed, especially with Shonen Jump. When they get their Dragon Ball, One Piece, or Jujutsu Kaisen, they deliberately make them long so that they can guarantee profits from them. However, this doesn't mean that every series will be dragged out like Naruto or One Piece. Instead, they invest in new manga and new authors who can create content that resonates with today's audience. That's one reason why people aren't always happy with the endings of long-running titles, because they no longer satisfy modern audiences. That's why Shonen Jump is focusing more on new manga that offers variety. This was the reason behind the launch of the Shonen Jump Plus app. I know it's been around for 10 years, but if you're not familiar with it, Shonen Jump Plus is a digital platform where you can read digital manga. While traditional manga is still published by Shonen Jump, I'm focusing more on Shonen Jump Plus because it features titles like Spy X Family, Kaiju No. 8, and Chainsaw Man. These titles clearly target a younger audience, as well as girls and adults. Thanks to these series, many manga are getting anime adaptations because streaming companies want to capitalize on this craze to make money. So, that's half of the reason why I think Gege Akutami is rushing the ending of Jujutsu Kaisen to finish the manga before its popularity fades. And the pressure is likely coming from these companies. Or there's the other reason why writers often rush to finish their manga: mental health. Imagine releasing a new chapter every week, putting your entire life into the manga, at least until it's finished. This often leads to health issues, and in Japan, there's even a word for it, karoshi, which means death from overwork. That's why I personally believe that manga creators rush their endings because they're either facing health issues or trying to avoid them. No one wants to end up like Bleach creator Tai Kubo, who had to rush to finish his manga due to health problems. I hope that's not what's happening with Gege, but it's a possibility. To address this, Shonen Jump Plus is taking steps to reduce the pressure on authors by providing us with a variety of manga that we can enjoy. Now you understand why Jujutsu Kaisen's ending feels rushed, as well as the endings of other manga. And the time isn't far off when even One Piece will conclude, which is indeed going to happen. So, which anime and manga will replace today's Big 3? I've been wanting to share this with you for a while and was waiting for the right video idea, which I finally got. In my opinion, Kagurabachi could take its place among the Big 3, where we'll see a revenge story about how Chihiro avenges his father's weapons. And I don't need to tell you how hyped it was when it first came out. It even surpassed One Piece at one point. That's why I have high expectations for its anime adaptation, because it could take shonen to a new level. And honestly, it doesn't bother me because those stories will always be with us, whether the new generation watches them or not. That's why I'm okay with the series that are ending after a long time, because it allows us to get new series and build connections with new characters. In the end, that's the cycle of life for anime and manga, and real life, too, which is truly beautiful. So, like and comment the video and subscribe the channel for more upcoming videos.